You know this song. I know this song. Every single Filipino knows it by heart. Lupang Hinirang. It's this incredible symbol of our history, our identity, but here's something you might not know. There's an actual law that tells us exactly how we're supposed to sing it, and a pretty wild story behind how it even came to be in the first place.
I mean, just think about it. How many times have you sung it? In the cinema, at school assemblies, right before a big basketball game. You stand up, you put your hand over your heart, but are you positive you're doing it right? Because yeah, there's an actual law that lays out the official rules, and trust me, some of them are going to surprise you.
So, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the rules, let's take a quick step back and ask why these rules even exist. This isn't just any old song we're talking about. It's seen as a core symbol of what it means to be Filipino.
The whole idea is that it's supposed to be the musical bedrock of who we are as a nation. It's meant to be this one powerful melody that connects everyone from every island into one single shared voice. It's a pretty powerful concept.
But here's the thing, the anthem we all sing today, it wasn't written overnight, not even close. Its journey actually took more than 60 years to complete, and believe it or not, it started without a single word.
Okay, so let's walk through this. It all started way back in 1898 as a purely instrumental piece, a military march called the Marcha Nacional Filipina. A year later, in 1899, a Spanish poem called Filipinas was put to that music. But it wasn't until 1962, decades later, that the official Filipino lyrics we all know, Lupang Hinirang, were finally adopted.
So you've really got a trio of creative minds to thank. That powerful, stirring music, that was composed by Julian Felipe. The original poetic lyrics in Spanish, they came from Jose Palma. And then much later, those words were translated and adapted into the Filipino lyrics that became the final, crucial piece of this whole historical puzzle. So that's the backstory. Now, let's fast forward to today, because all of that history and tradition is actually protected by some very specific rules. And yep, you guessed it, there's a law for that.
All right, I want you to remember this number, 8491. This isn't just a random set of digits. This number is the key to understanding the official rulebook for respecting our national symbols.
So what is it? It's Republic Act number 8491, better known as the Flag and Heraldic Code of the Philippines. You can think of it as the nation's official manual for its symbols, and it has a whole chapter dedicated just to Lupang Hinirang.
Now, the law basically breaks it down into two major parts. You've got Section 37, which covers the rendition. That's all about how the music itself has to be performed. And then there's Section 38, which is about conduct. That's what you are supposed to do while it's being played. So let's look at each one.
All right, let's start with the music itself. You might think a little artistic freedom is a good thing, a way to show patriotism, right? Well, the law is very, very clear on this. You can't just perform the anthem any old way you want. According to Section 37, any performance has to follow Julian Felipe's original musical arrangement. That means the tempo has to be right, the structure has to be right. So all those super dramatic, slowed down versions or really fast ones, or even stylized arrangements, like a jazz or rock cover, technically, those are against the law. And this goes for whether it's played by an orchestra or sung by a pop star.
Okay, so that's the music. Now let's talk about our part in all this. When those first few notes start playing, what does the law say you and I have to do?
It boils down to 4 simple steps. Number 1, you have to stand at attention. Easy enough. Number 2, face the Philippine flag. And if there isn't one in sight, you face the band or the source of the music. 3, if you're wearing a cap or a hat, you have to take it off. And number 4, and this one is the most interesting part, you must sing with fervor. The law literally says that. No just mumbling along. You're supposed to sing it with genuine passion.
And really, when you strip it all away, all those specific rules for the music, for your actions, they all point back to this one simple guiding principle, straight from the law itself. All citizens must show utmost respect. That's the core of it.
And let's be clear, this isn't just a friendly suggestion. The law treats things like not standing or using the anthem improperly as a serious violation.
And that's really the so what of all this. These rules aren't there just to be strict for the sake of it. They exist to protect a really powerful symbol of our unity, to make sure that it's treated with the seriousness it deserves, not just by us, but by every generation that comes after.
So it all leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. We have these laws designed to enforce respect through tradition. But is that strict, formal adherence the only way to show national pride? Or can new, creative, and heartfelt interpretations also be a powerful form of honor? It's definitely something to think about the next time you hear those opening notes.